Well, hello there, it's the Archivist from TradingCardArchives.com, and I'm back today to open up some more Western trading cards, but this time it's going to be some older cards. So these are cards that were printed in 1996, I believe. Oh man, first thing I was going to say and I didn't know it. 95, sorry, 95. 95. This is one of the many Vampirella trading card sets. There were many of these produced by a few different companies. This was one of the tops productions. And if you don't know, Vampirella is a lady vampire. And they're kind of famous in this kind of weird on the sidelines sort of way, right? So if you are into like horror and the horror genre and sort of all that kind of pulp stuff that happened in the 60s, 70s, 80s, well, Vampirella was one of those characters that was sort of always there, right? She wasn't always in the production, but she was always kind of around it somewhere. Maybe she did a cameo in it, maybe she introed it, maybe she was on the poster, who knows, right? There's all sorts of reasons that she was there, but and in a lot of ways, similar to the character Elvira. So Elvira is another one of those uh, characters in the horror world from the 60s time period that sort of just appeared in everything. They started out as hosts. And so the idea was that there were all of these different magazines, which were comics but printed as magazines more, that had horror stories in them. And the stories were not really connected at all, and they were all short, right? Because they didn't want to pay a lot of money to get long stories, whatever. Anyway, it was cheap to do this, and but they needed someone to sort of tie it all together, right? And so there was the Crypt Keeper, right? And the Crypt Keeper was one of those characters that sort of told the stories to the audience and kind of help tie it all together, right? Elvira was one of those, Vampirella was one of those. And so that's kind of how these characters started. And then the goal was always to move from being a horror host into being in your own horror shows and movies. And Elvira did a great job of that, moving from being just the host of some late night horror things to being a main character in her own animated show, many movies. She cameoed a lot of things. This is her own trading card collection that I have. I don't have a lot of them because her cards are a little bit harder to find, but I have, these ones at least. I have a few more, but these are the ones I like the most. Especially this one is especially hard to find. But yeah, so that's Elvira. But we're going to look at Vampirella. So Vampirella, another character just like that. She was introduced in 1969, super appropriate, I think. That was her first introduction in a comic book. And her character has been owned by many different companies over the years. Right now, today, Dynamite Entertainment owns her. But she's always been used in a lot of different comic media and horror media. And so here's our box. Vampirella, very sort of kind of classic look. This red outfit that she's wearing is sort of her main outfit. And she is a vampire. So the concept of the character is that she is a vampire. She's from the planet Dracul or something. Draculon. Right. She's from the planet Draculon. On Draculon, blood just flows like water, right? And so they can just drink it from the rivers. But they live in a binary star system, and every other year they have these droughts. And so they need a way to kind of save their people from these droughts. And so they go to Earth. And Earth, of course, doesn't have blood in the water, it's in the humans. And so there are good vampires and bad vampires. And the idea is that Dracula himself, the famous vampire, was uh, someone from Draculon who came to Earth a long time ago and was corrupted over the years. That's sort of the concept of the show. It's or the media. It's a pretty interesting story, right? To take the lore of vampires and make it into like space. So here is our pinup gallery card. This is sort of your box promo. We got 5 of 6. Beautiful artwork there. And I will say that Vampirella also has been in, looks like we have a couple different pack art styles. Uh, I think one movie now too. If you ever get a chance, there is a movie you can watch the reviews of, and it's pretty silly film, but still, it exists as a movie, so you can go watch it. Although they did change the costume, kind of had to. It's a very impractical costume to actually film and wear, I would imagine. I've never tried to wear one yet. I'm trying to figure out how many packs to open today. I don't want to open the whole box because we're going to get quite a few cards in each pack. So how about we do 10? Yeah, so there's 10 packs. And of course, because we are running the 1,000 subscriber giveaway right now, we have to put one of these packs into the giveaway box. So if you remember, the grand prize for that giveaway is 162 packs. Well, now it's going to be 163 packs. You also get a pack of Vampirella. So right in the box it goes. And we'll save the rest here for later. What's also kind of interesting about this character is she really is, essentially a Western sort of waifu character, if you can think of it that way, right? She definitely lives that same kind of uh, lifestyle, right, so to speak, as much as that can be said to be a lifestyle. Uh, and so I kind of find it fascinating that we have characters like that. So here you go. This was from when Harris Publications owned the characters when they printed these cards. And it looks like we're getting quite a few cards in a pack. I'm not exactly sure how many. Here. 11. So there's going to be 11 cards in a pack, and presumably some kind of chase card in every single pack. Although we'll see what those are. Um, it's a it's a collection I've never opened before, so I'm not super familiar with it. There is Vampirella. Got some blood, I guess. And so that is card 66. And there is an artist mark. Well, that's cool. They give you like information about the cards and the artwork and everything on them. I am going to be sleeving these because to me these cards are pretty interesting. I don't know if they're going to be that great or anything, but they're very interesting. Wow, that's crazy. It almost looks like a photo that was traced. Oh, maybe it is a photo. There's going to be maybe we can put together like a maybe that's yeah, maybe it makes this photo. Let's see. I think it might. I think did they actually get some poor actress to come out and do these modeled shots? That's so crazy. Uh, that does seem to be the case. Let's see here if I can. I think it would go here maybe. Maybe like that. I don't know. We'll see if we can finish that puzzle. I doubt we'll get the whole puzzle in, but we'll do what we can here. Some very graphic things here with this character. Obviously not for children, but we need there's material for adults and material for children exists is fine. But this is definitely more adult oriented. Although I'm sure, like I mean, look, when I was 16, 15, I knew about Vampirella. I didn't have any of it because my parents would never let me, but I knew about it. And if kids had it at school and stuff, I would definitely be interested. Now that's a cool looking piece. That has almost like a Muka style background to it. That's really cool. Yeah, I like that. Ooh, it's kind of creepy. It's like Nosferatu. Praise the sun. I kind of want to read what this card is. What's it say there? It says front. In any language, Vampirella remains positively magnifique. Here, she upstages the Eiffel Tower in this beautiful painting by Henrik. Well, I don't know if she's upstaging it, but I guess she's there with it. Is that like a Mars Attacks? I think it kind of is. That's crazy. Oh no, that's the king of Draculon. There's a whole like you have to understand that this media franchise, Vampirella, it's silly, right? But it's also now been around for like 50 years. So there is a ton of canon and backstory related to it. And what I mean by that is every character in her family, every character, like all of her brothers and sisters and cousins, they all have full backstories. Some have entire comic books dedicated to them. Like it's becoming this entire world on its own, really. This is some crazy artwork. I don't know what I was expecting in this set, but I wasn't expecting like artistic work like this. I guess I don't know why. Uh, wow, that's creepy. Very nice looking card, though. Quite a creepy image. Put that right there, maybe. Okay, well, there's one pack. That was a lot of fun, actually. I am kind of really impressed by this set so far. This is one of those sets where it's not based on anything, it doesn't go along with a comic book or a movie. They just kind of created a set for the character. And I think that's pretty, pretty cool, pretty cool concept. Let's get these cards are kind of stuck together from having been in those packs for so long. So there's just some art there. Rip Ed Wood. So remember, she was involved in the horror hosting world, just like Elvira, for a long time. So that's why you're getting a lot of these monster cards with like classic monsters on them, because she was, deeply involved in that world as a mythical creature, like character. Uh, Oh, this is a chase card. This is 4 of 6. Let me see if I can get the focus to go on this. So it says it'll glow, will it? I don't know if that will. So I don't have it out. Here, I'm gonna go get my black light. I'll be right back. We'll find out if that glows. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back and I have my black light flashlight. I actually do have one. It's kind of a strange thing to have, I guess, but there it is. And we'll find out if this glows. Well, actually, that is UV reactive. If you look at the way the background activates there, and even in her hair. That is cool. That is like a UV reactive card. Interesting. Okay. Wow. Usually they aren't. How cool. So that's a chase card, apparently, like something pretty rare. That's a very old style. So this style of making um, the trading card have an image with an arch and a black back like that. That is an art style that was very popular on trading cards for a long time. Like there were entire sets produced like that. The Masters of the Universe set specifically is just like that one. Look at that. That is some crazy artwork there too. And what's interesting to me is like this kind of art, it reminds me of anime artwork. I mean, I know it's not like this isn't anime, but it reminds me of that type of art, right? Because you've got these sort of really over the top outfits and enemies and things going on and stuff, and it just kind of really reminds me of that. So I think that's kind of cool. Here is Vampirella skull. That's the image from the box. Yeah, so this is the image from the box. I wonder, is that going to be like card 1? No, that's card 89. It's a pretty large set. I wasn't going to even attempt to like complete this set or anything crazy like that. But man, there are some beautiful, beautiful cards in here. I mean, I'm just talking artistically. Like, look at just the art up there is just great. Uh, Sorry, I know it's easy to kind of get distracted by the main character here, but the framing of this art is also just wonderful. Okay, well, that one's just kind of egregious, I guess. A little bit. Exploitative, they might call it. She definitely would be in that sort of exploitation world for sure. Some great art, though. And to have a character like that who really should probably have just been this throwaway thing, right? But she's endured. Like Vampirella still around now. Dynamite Entertainment, the company that currently owns the character, is working on a new television show right now for this character. So, you know, here we are, the year, whatever, 2024, and we're, you know, talking about maybe getting a new Vampirella production. That's kind of how enduring this character has been, which is in itself kind of special. Like you don't see that very often. So yeah, I think that's very cool. So here's another one of the. This is gonna be like. Oh man, I don't even know. Is it here maybe? Like here. Okay. This is anyway. This is one of the puzzle pieces. I just don't know which puzzle piece it is. Some more sleeves here. Well, I like, yeah, I'm gonna get them out anyway. I don't get paid for this, but a lot of people always ask me where I get my sleeves. I use cardboard gold sleeves. They're a strange company. Like they only make products that are meant for stores, basically, right? So you have to buy things by the case. You have to buy a full case of sleeves, which is 10,000 sleeves. Uh, but you then have sleeves forever, and they're so cheap. Like, I mean, you know, typical sleeve is going to be like a penny sleeve, right? These are like a third of a penny or less. They're very, very cheap sleeves. Beautiful cards here. Wow, that is just very gory. I'm kind of now surprised that there haven't been more video games with her. You know, like the Bayonetta games. You'd think someone like Vampirella could do just fine in a game like that. Ooh, I love that hairstyle. It's cool. It's a strange look on her face for sure there, but cool card. Not entirely sure what I'm looking at there, but Good card nonetheless, I guess. I'm very confused, actually. I don't. I guess her outfit is strange. So. Ooh. Some of these almost look like photos, but they can't be. But they almost look like it. I think this poster, this middle card, this puzzle, this 9-piece puzzle, I think that actually is a photo of someone cosplaying, basically. Now, this card we had, right? Yeah, we definitely have that one. Okay. So I am trying to dedupe a little bit as we go here, just so I don't end up with too many dupes. So here's a gold. Vampirella. It's another puzzle piece. Oh, okay. Hey, we got a puzzle piece right there now. So if you wanted her arm, there's her arm. Nice. I absolutely love this style of artwork, and so that's great. I love it. It's so similar to Elvira's work too. That's an interesting piece. That must be back on Draculon, if I had to guess. Oh, it's a journal. It says, I shut my eyes in dreams and they plague me still. Nice. Might have overestimated how many of these packs I can get through here. We might just do half of this. I might just do 2 more packs and then stop. Because the video is already over 20 minutes. Sorry, I'll open more sometime, but maybe it's part of like a bigger waifu video because, I mean, she would count, I think, as a waifu type character for sure. Man, that is some just amazing artwork. Like, just amazingly well done stuff here. It's like Thundercats, kind of. I don't understand. Is the gold on the front an alt of some kind? I should probably figure that out. Let me pause, and I'm gonna go see if I can find a checklist or something and figure out if the gold marking is a special print or something. I'll be right back. Yeah, so the cards here with the gold on them like that, that's a parallel collection. So there is a parallel set of cards that has gold. So if you were collecting these, you would want to get, both the gold, the red and the gold. So that is technically a parallel. Look at that. Really creepy artwork, man. This just makes me wish more for like a video game with this. It's a really creepy cat person. What is going on there? Vampirella wrestles with Pantha, another of Draculon's daughters. Okay, so basically, like I was saying, she has this whole extended family, and they all, over time, have developed their own little stories. Both eyes closed there. There she is in a black outfit. You don't see that very often. Usually it's almost always red. Some great art. Yeah, I mean, I can't stress enough just how good this artwork has been. If you are a Vampirella fan, like this stuff is very good. You could not go wrong with this set. I really think this is probably one of the best. I don't know if you know others, let me know. But this is the one I know. We have. Oh, unfortunately, it's a dupe. Sorry. It's quite a picture. Trying to kind of like a Gulliver's Travels sort of situation. All right, yeah, we'll do one more pack and then I have to stop just because uh, this is fun and I would love to open more, but I think we'll end up with like an hour, 2 hour long video if I keep going with these. But let me know in the comments what you think of this set or sets like this. I mean, it's a little different for the channel. I know these aren't anime cards directly, but you know, she's an animated character. She's not a real character, right? So maybe it can count. Well, let me know. Okay, there we go. There's the famous V symbol on her costume there. So that's gonna go right here if I had to guess. Yep. Perfect. Which then would make this card go right here. So we have five of the 9 pieces of the puzzle now. That's pretty good, I'd say, right? Oh, in fact, here we go. We have 6 of them. Sorry. We just start kind of missing our head. But, you know, what can you do? That's pretty neat, right? Okay, so that is a dupe. We definitely pulled that one. Although I love this card. I think this card is especially cool looking. Not a dupe. Vampirella looking up like a bat. In kind of a jail cell situation. That really just looks like a photo again. And I'm sure it's not, but it just kind of looks like it. Okay, that one we definitely had, although it's another one where I just love the like the size of the big hand and everything. It just makes me wish it was a video game. Like, could you imagine a game where you're running and this hand is up in the sky or something? Like, I think that could look really cool. There's the actress, I guess. Oh, that's her head. Okay, we're perfect. We're gonna have to we have to move things a little bit here, but we can move this down now. There. Look at that. I don't usually like puzzles, but when you can almost get the entire thing, it's not so bad, right? I mean, that's a pretty good looking puzzle. And that poor lady, she didn't deserve this. Okay, enough jokes. Let's go. Last 2 cards here. And that's a good looking card too. These this is card number 4. Well, there is a Vampirella for you. it's a set I've always kind of wanted to add to the archives, just because, I've got the Elvira ones that I love. I figured I might like these too, but these have been really hard to find at a good price. It really wasn't until Dave and Adam's last sale where they had a box of this for like $80 or something. That's like something kind of reasonable that I was able to do it. And I'm glad I still have so many left to go through. But for now, we're gonna stop here, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.